Here's your local on the 8s.
You're watching the Weather Channel. Live by it.
It's time to break out the shovels in Washington, D.C. as the latest winter storm dumps 7 inches of snow around the capital. We'll show you who's feeling the storm's sting right now. In Chicago, you're feeling the sting of bitterly cold air. Find out if that chill will stick with you for the weekend. Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Weather Center. I'm Kelly Cass. Thanks for joining us. Well, as we track the impact of a winter storm moving through the Northeast, here's what you can expect in a few major locations. We're talking about Baltimore, Washington, D.C., where you've already picked up about 7 inches of snow. That snow will be winding down. The snow will also eventually let up in Philadelphia later on this afternoon. But that heavy snow is continuing right now in New York City and especially Long Island. Over towards Cape Cod and Boston, you can expect to see the snow all day long. Well, wintry weather could interfere with your travel plans on this Friday. Let's turn it over to our winter weather expert, Paul Coast, and find out who's getting the heaviest snow right now. Paul?
Well, right now the real problems are over in Philadelphia, light snow, but the real problems now have started up in full force. New York City, Long Island, as well as southern New England. Very potent upper level disturbance. The saving grace is which it's moving very fast. Still tapping into the tropics right in here, but we see a fairly classic signature on the satellite picture. Here's our leaf cloud we found yesterday, and here's what looks like our calm ahead, and we always see that comma with significant snows, heaviest snows often on the southern side. That's what's occurring from New York City to southern New England right now, and a very classic case of a snowfall depiction on radar. We see these bands of white compacting together right towards the New York City metropolitan area and towards southern New England, the northern edge of which right now is up towards north of Hartford and through Boston. So we're actually seeing some of the heaviest snows right now along the northern edge of the most significant snowfall, meaning that that area of 6 inches or greater will likely go through the New York area, entire Long Island, and may even make it all the way up into Connecticut and much of southeastern Massachusetts. In Hartford to Boston, you will see at least 3 to 6 inches of snow. The saving grace with this storm, it is moving so fast that we'll see the snowfall basically be out of the New York area by early this afternoon and be out of the Boston area by late afternoon, early this evening. So that will cut down on total snowfall predictions, where we'll see amounts of snowfall on the order of 6 to 8 inches of snow common from New York City, Long Island east across southern Connecticut, Massachusetts, a little bit less to the north. That's going to be the area of most concern, improving conditions this evening. Kelly?
All right, thanks very much, Paul. We'll be checking back with you at the top of the hour. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our snowstorm history, not only affecting us here in the Northeast, but back into the Central Plains and well down into the Deep South. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, a few particular locations here in the Northeast. Goodview, Virginia, topping our list at 7.5 inches. 7 inches for Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, Creston, North Carolina, and Boone, North Carolina, also picking up several inches of snow. Great news for the ski country here. Roanoke, Virginia, picking up a half a foot, and Kennedy reporting 3 inches of snow on the ground. And as Paul mentioned, it's still coming down pretty hard. LaGuardia reporting very heavy snow right now with visibility down to a quarter mile. Half a mile or less visibility, too, for Hartford over towards Providence and Cape Cod. Look for that heavy snow to continue. Again, Boston, you're right in the thick of a moderate snow right now. I do expect to see that snow last throughout the day today on up into southern portions of New Hampshire and also up towards Portland, Maine. We're getting some reports of snow here as well, where you could be picking up a coating to a few inches of snow from now until early this evening. But we think the east end of Long Island and Cape Cod, southern portions of Rhode Island, that's where we think up to a foot of snow is possible. 28 right now in New York City as well as Philadelphia, 25 in Albany. The snow still affecting us here as well. And as you can see, that snow will continue throughout the day today, including portions of New Jersey. Let's take you now to Vineland, New Jersey, where it's been a snowy morning, and do expect to see quite a bit of snow. Winter storm warnings are still in effect here. And notice the headlights are on, the windshield wipers are going. Make sure that car is in good working order if you have to be out there at all. Otherwise, it's a good idea to just stay home and look forward to a dry weekend with temperatures in the 30s. Again, here in the south, we've been dealing with some snowfall here too. Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Oklahoma City getting 3 inches of snow. Let's take you there and show you the snowy conditions that we had to contend with yesterday. And boy, it's been real tough getting around here. It looks like these snowy roads will continue here as temperatures will not rise much above freezing today. That cold air is really trapped in place across a lot of the Mid-South. However, across the southeast and along the Gulf Coast, we're just dealing with plain old rain. It's raining right now in Tampa, over towards Jacksonville. Southern portions of Alabama, Mississippi, down towards New Orleans, also getting the wet weather this morning, where it's 45 right now in the Big Easy. 38 degrees in Birmingham and Atlanta. There's your cold air in Little Rock, where it's 25 degrees, so the kids are probably still enjoying that snow on the ground. 32 for a high in Memphis for today. We'll get up to the mid-40s in Atlanta with morning clouds burning off, but those showers will linger here across the Outer Banks of North and South Carolina. And still for Saturday, calling for some rain showers from Houston to New Orleans over into the northern parts of Florida as we head on into the weekend. Bitter cold air, that's the story here in the Midwest, and throw a little wind in there, and we've got some lake effect snow coming down across southwestern Michigan. Also southeastern Indiana picking up about 1 to 3 inches of snow. It's snowing right now in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's 9 degrees in Chicago, below zero in Green Bay, as well as Minneapolis, so bundle up. Several layers of clothing necessary here. -4, your current temperature in Des Moines. Look for temperatures to stay in the teens here, while low 20s will be the rule from St. Louis to Kansas City, with a little bit of a moderation as we head on into the weekend. Out west we go. We're talking about pretty dry conditions here from Seattle all the way down to San Diego. Watch the valley fog, though. Here in New Mexico, we've been dealing with some light snow. Los Angeles, we're expecting a beautiful day for you. Temperatures in the mid-60s, and the average high is 69. Do expect wetter conditions ahead, though, over the next couple of days. As you can see, for Friday, 66 in L.A., 59 San Francisco, 51 degrees in Portland. And a close look at Saturday shows more snow coming down from Montana into the Colorado Rockies.
This program was brought to you by Chips Ahoy Cookie Bars. One amazing cookie and beyond.
He was amazing. And covered in this thick, dark stuff.
Look, that's it, that's it.
No, this had chips.
Chips Ahoy Cookie Bars, stuffed with chocolate cream, drenched in fudge, unlike anything you've ever experienced. They're beyond belief.
We should change before we pick up the girls. Okay.
Chevy Avalanche. It changes from a pickup to an SUV.
What are you doing?
Avalanche, like a rock.
Still doing those bills, hon?
Just resting with a credit card balance. You've been feeding on those high interest rates.
I just switched our balance over to a Capital One no-hassle card. You're gonna save $500 a year.
$500?
Switch your high-interest balance to the Capital One no-hassle card for the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates. You could save up to $500 a year.
What's in your wallet?
Closed captioning on the Weather Channel is sponsored by Mutual of Omaha Insurance and Financial Services. Plan for tomorrow. Begin today.
Treat it all! You bet. Fast heartburn relief plus strong gas relief. That's Malox Max.
Thanks, Max.
Just doing my job. Malox Max. When you have it all, treat it all.
Got a cold? Take Airborne. Developed by a school teacher who is sick of catching colds in class. Airborne. Available at drugstores everywhere. That's Airborne.
There's a place no more than a few hours away where cats fly and cows swim. A place where the sun rises on one ocean and sets on another. In a place like this, anything's possible. The Conch Republic.
Key West, the uncommon place.
There's only one way to make a great meat sauce. Their way. So we did. New Ragu Rich and Meaty with half a pound of meat. Ladies? Looks like adding half a pound of meat to Ragu's rich, juicy tomatoes and authentic Italian spices meets with their approval. New Ragu Rich and Meaty with half a pound of meat.
Tonight at 8 p.m., brace yourself for storm stories.